In this video we will complete the design of this Stirling engine, and to begin we will create a mounting plate, and we use a block. We will right drag a block and drop it here in the center of the bottom of the pillar. Drop this part, and we will also resize this box or this block. So we select it so that we see the handles. The thickness will be 15. And we select that handle and control select this one, and we type 150. Select this handle, type 150, and we select that handle and we type 290. Then we will have a mounting plate that will fit the whole engine. Then we will blend the edges. So we will use the blend edges command, and here we will type 15 and hit enter. And we will select that edge and this one, and also the last one here, like so, and then we hit enter to execute the command. And we will also remove some material along this edge around the whole mounting plate. And to remove the material, we will use a 3D curve and also sweep wizard command. So we select this edge until it is highlighted in green. Then we press tab on the keyboard to select all the other edges that are connected to the selected one. After that, we right click this edge and we choose extract 3D curve. And then we come up here to pick the sweep wizard command. And we select the plate. And here in this dialog, we will choose remove material. We click next, and also next here, and we use 3D guide curve to remove material. So then we click finish. Then we have to pick the 3D curve. So we click this edge or this curve, and the grid will be placed at the starting point of the selected edge. We will draw a circle. So we will use our floating menu or a quick menu. Press S on the keyboard. Select center the radius circle, and we click the origin, drag, and we type 5 because we see in the property browser that the box with the value of the radius is already selected. So we type 5 and hit enter. Then we come up here to click finish, and we have removed some material. Then we deselect. And we will also create a railing. So we use the same 3D curve. So we select the sweep wizard command. Then we click the 3D curve. And we got our grid here at the beginning of this 3D curve. And we will also use our quick menu. And then we use a circle. We draw a circle, click the origin, and drag and type 5, hit enter, and then we click finish, and we got our beginning of our railing, the first part of our railing. Then we will select the railing, turn on the tribal, and we will drag the tribal up a bit. We'll type 10 millimeters, like so, and then we turn off the tribal. Well, then we will select the plate. And we come over to this property browser because we will not change the name of it. It will be mounting plate. Hit enter. We can copy and we paste here. And the part number will be 119 and hit enter. Like so. Then we can select the 3D curve and we right click the curve to select suppress because we don't need it anymore. Well, then we continue with creating supports for the railing and the supports will be attached to the mounting plate. And we will use the sweep wizard command to do that. So we select sweep wizard, and we also click this edge or this circle, and we will choose a standalone. We click next. and next, and we will click finish and continue without change. As you see, we have a predefined guide curve, but we will delete it because we're gonna draw our own guide curve that will fit our design. So I will delete it. And we'll also move the grid so it will be placed in the right location, because the origin has to be in the center of this railing. So we turn on the tribal and right click the center handle to choose center point of this edge. Then we have to orientate the grid in the right direction, so we will use this orientation handle. Right click the handle and we choose parallel to edge. We will use this edge. Now it is important that we click on the right side of the snap point. If we click to the left, the grid will turn the other way around. But if we click to the right, it will point in the right direction. So I will click here, and we have it now it is pointing in the right direction. Turn off the tribal. Then we will draw the guide curve. So I will move my camera so that we can see from this view, like so. Then use my menu to choose polyline, and I will click the origin, drag along the y-axis, and then I will right click, I type 10 and hit enter. Then I come down here, so when the edge is highlighted, then I can click, because then I have reached the mounting plate. Then I press escape to exit the command. We will also create a fillet here, so I will use my menu to select fillet, click the node, and then I will drag a bit, and in the property browser we see that the radius is selected, so I will type 5 and hit enter. Then I press escape to exit the command. And then I click finish, and we have our guide curve, but now we see our grid for the shape. And we have to move this grid so the origin has the same origin as the guide curve. So I will turn on my tribal, right click the center handle to center point of this edge, and we have to orientate it in the right direction. So I will right click this handle, parallel to edge. It will be the same edge as the guide curve, the grid for the guide curve. So I will click on this side. Then I'll turn off the tribal, and I will draw a circle. That will be the shape. So I will turn on my menu, press S, select circle, and click the origin. I drag a bit, and I will type 4 and hit enter. Then I will click finish, and we got our first support for the railing. We need 5 more, 3 on this side and 3 on the other side, so I will copy this one. So I select this support, and then I will move the camera so that I will see it from this side. Turn on the tribal, and we see that the tribal is pointing downward, so we will change the orientation of it. So to do that, we have to unlock the tribal, right click inside the tribal to choose orient tribal to global, and then lock the tribal. Then I select this axis and right drag the center handle and move the cursor along this edge until I reach the snap point here. Then I let go the right mouse button, and I will copy. So I copy, I use 2 and click OK, then turn off the tribal. So now we have 3 supports on this side. So while this one is selected, I will shift select the other 2, like so, and then I turn on the tribal, and I will move the tribal to the center of this edge, midpoint of that edge. So I will unlock the tribal, right click, midpoint of the edge, that one. Then I will lock the tribal, right click the orientation handle, and I will mirror and copy. Then we have 6 supports. Turn off the tribal. Well, then we need some blends. we need to, before we blend these edges, we have to do a boolean. We have to put the railing and all supports together. We will use a boolean command. And here in the property browser we see that operation type will be union, and we will select parts. We selected this railing first. We see that in this box. Then we select the supports, all 6 of them. This one, that one, and also this one. Now we have all selected here. Then we can click OK. And now if we select the railing and come down here in the property browser, we see that in this part we have the sweep feature and all the supports. Now we can create a blend between the supports and the railing. And we use the blend command. And the blend radius will be 1 millimeters. Type 1 and hit enter. Click that edge. We continue with the next one. Like so, and next. And then on the other side. And this one. And finally, the last one. Then we click OK. Now we have a nice blend between the supports and the railing. Okay, then we select the railing. We come over to the property browser and we will change name. We type railing. Hit enter. We copy that name and paste it here. And the railing will have 120. And we change the color to this color. Then I go back to my starting point and fit scene. And we'll go back to the scene browser to see if we have if all parts have a name. And they have. Well, then we have finished our design of our sterling engine. So we will click Save the Scene.